Jack, my boy Neymar, to me, one of the most underrated football players of all time, and it's mad to think he's 31 because I remember hearing about this guy in Santos playing like playing with him on FIFA 12 and all that, and just seeing wow, who's this guy and the hairstyles and just what he was able to do and what he's able to achieve in Europe. But he made his move to PSG, and what it looks like right
Boo.
now, the Champions League that
Boo.
he promised them won't be happening. And he's asked to leave PSG, Jack, at the age of 31. It's mad to think that he is 31. He's asked to leave PSG, and the rumors that he wants to move back to Barcelona. But with Ousmane Dembele now going to PSG, Jack, do you see a thing where one way Neymar Dembele goes to PSG and Barcelona get back Neymar? Do you see that sort of situation happening, or is there another move for him? Like the wages is high, as people like to talk about wages, wages, wages. Is there a
I
move in the Premier League? Chelsea, Man United,
hope so.
Man
I think
City? I don't want to see that.
dude,
Please, please, please. We're not
no,
trying to see that one. We're not trying to
no,
see that one, please.
no.
Jack, if Neymar joins Man City, I might as well give up. You might as well give up.
I'm cancelling.
Even
I'm cancelling my Sky Sports subscription if that happens. I'll just watch the highlights of them winning every game 4-0 on
oh my
YouTube.
days, that would be Jack. That would be an absolute disaster if they signed him. But even I love it, Arsenal, just to get a player of that sort of caliber there. Because Jack, to me, he can still do at a high level. You've seen what he did. Coming back from injury, and also Jack, he's had so much time injured. I still think that he has another good 3-4 more years at the highest level. He's had so much time. You know, them players who've had so much time injured, they come into the latter stage of their career, they can still go because they've had so much rest time.
It's true
Um,
again, James. What time was Wayne Rooney dead and buried? Right, 29. Like, I'm not kidding.
it's
Like that guy,
mad. Yeah, Rooney. Yeah,
that guy
Rooney
played a
went
lot of
down
matches.
early, man.
The
You
body
know,
type, the amount of matches he played is insane. So you're definitely right. Mileage plays a big, big part in footballers' longevity. Um, my thoughts on Neymar. I hate his career choices. I think the talent is undeniable. I loved him at Barcelona. Loved him at Santos. Ever since he's moved to PSG, I don't like him. It was a cowardly move, in my opinion. It was a narcissistic move in terms of the money and stuff. And I think largely speaking, James, it's a wasted career. No Champions League at PSG, no World Cup with Brazil. I think with the talent of the guy, you have to say that it's an underachievement. And again, to move to the Premier League now or to move back to Spain, I don't really care. I really don't care. Um, the Barcelona move, I'm gonna say that purely because of Barcelona's financial situation, Neymar's going to want more money than whatever they were paying Ousmane Dembele. And Ousmane Dembele is younger. Ousmane Dembele has more of a resale value and all that kind of stuff. It's
he's more
not going
injured
to
than
over.
Neymar. Let me not lie to you. He's missed a lot of games.
It's not going to overly surprise me, James, if Saudi Arabia kind of peep over the thing here and go, "Hey, we'll pay you a million, billion, gazillion a year if you come play with
At
whoever."
35, maybe. Not now, please, Neymar. We need
Yeah.
at least 3 more years of Neymar genius, please.
I'd love to see him in the Premier League. Again, Barcelona, I'd be a little bit kind of like, nah, I don't, it doesn't really interest me that much. Move to Italy, move to Germany, move to England, something like that. That would be kind of cool. But again, I think my thought. I just get kind of a bit deflated when I talk about Neymar because it was just such a poor career move. It's why, James, I'm so excited that Kylian Mbappe is finally leaving PSG, whether it's this summer or next summer. I want to see him in Real Madrid. I want to see him in the Premier League, wherever he decides to go. And for Neymar, he can look back and say that he played with Messi, he did all this great stuff. There were some serious moments in his PSG career, but again, I just think, to a certain extent, a little bit of a wasted career for me, for
But
Neymar, what it could have been.
Jack, I don't disagree with you. I think this is a guy that we should be looking at as one of the greatest football players of all time. And you know what? Like when we look at certain players, oh, he's great in that. I mean, like he should be up there, the top 20 greatest football players of all time. The ability, he's the best from the 2010s. He's the best player I've seen. Jack, take Messi and
Yeah.
Ronaldo out of it. In terms of ability in 2010s, my goodness, Jack, I've never seen anything like that. Buffon was talking about the best player he's seen, and he's had some great teammates. He said Neymar's up there, might be even number one. And yeah, Jack, the fact that there's no Champions League with another team other than Barcelona, and also I think the biggest one is the World Cup. he
And
needed that
also,
World Cup.
I just want to defend you and me here real quick. Hold that thought. We're not saying we expect somebody to win a World Cup. That's quite difficult to do. It took Messi a little while, right? This is not easy, but it's the fact that I think they didn't even really feel like get close at any point with Neymar there as the linchpin. That's the problem. There wasn't a
Well,
final or a semi.
semi-final.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a semi-final, but Jack, I feel like you say that, but Brazil, it's a must.
it
Brazil,
is.
they expect like that, like they're obsessed with getting that number six, and he was meant to be the guy to deliver it in. Jack, to me, he still has one more goal. He hasn't won a. This feels like a bit of a Neymar, like slander thing. We're meant to talk about his next big move, but it's just sad to think like he's 31 right now. It's like, man, we should have been talking about Jack because he really should be the man. He should have a few Ballon d'Ors underneath his belt.
The explosion's got the acceleration and speed. Is that going to get better now that he's 31 and getting up? Like, I always just feel a bit dejected when I talk about it. James, again, I kind of mean this in a way as a bit of a disrespectful thing. I'm going to remember him in the same tier and the same category as Robin, Gareth Bale. Like I know you like him more than I do, but he's that kind of level. Now again, if he moves to the Premier League, right? If he goes like if he makes a move from Barcelona that's kind of cool, or James, he makes that crazy dastardly move to Real Madrid, that would have been crazy. Something like that would have been so cool. But to go to PSG and have some kind of underwhelming years, again, the goals look good, the assists look good.
Football looked incredible.
All looks good. The compilation looks good, but again, you're playing in the sixth or seventh strongest league, and you have the best team by an absolute mile. I can't help but feel like the first half of his career was fantastic, and he's just squandered the second half of it. And again, I feel a little bit let down as a fan, to be honest with you, because James, again, what's the game lacking kind of at the moment? Entertainers. This is one of the best ones we've ever had. One of the
Might
best.
be the best. Might be the best, Jack.
Rainbow flicking over fullbacks and stuff. Like that's the guy we want to see. But at the age of 31, I can't help but think it's just a few years too late.
Yeah, guys, it kind of ends on a sour note here. Where's Neymar going to go to, Jack?
Yeah, you want to finish off with that? What do you reckon?
I would love to see him in the Premier League. I think a Premier League move would be amazing, at least for 2-3 years. I think he'll go back to Barcelona. I just feel like the Dembele thing, they're just gonna just go back there. And I think it's a bit weird for him. It's almost like the Thanos line. You found yourself, you're back here with me. You couldn't summon about your failures, and you find yourself back here with me. Yeah, it's a bit of a sour note because Neymar generally is one of my favorite players, Jack.
Mm-hmm. Again, I don't want to repeat myself for the millionth time, but my thought. I think realistically, it does look like it's going to be Barcelona. If Ousmane Dembele goes, supposedly Ansu Fati has been rumored to potentially not be there again, right? They've always got links with a few players leaving. And obviously with Saudi Arabia sniffing around, there might be some money to afford him and kind of slot him into the lineup there. I don't know if it's going to happen. Again, it's the wages that are the biggest sticking issue. Again, if Neymar was the guy that you and I would hope he would be, maybe he would take a bit of a pay cut and maybe go to a team with a really exciting project that would be really kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know where that's going to be. I'd love to see him in the Premier League, but I think it's Barcelona or bust for him.
Oh, I mean, Neymar, if you want a position, just have
Roma,
a wing spot available.
Roma haven't spent any money this summer, so if we want to extend all of our budget and our budget for the next 10 years, maybe we should sign Roma, Neymar.
Jack, he wants Champions League football. And, it feels good to hear Arsenal and Champions League football in the same place. But
that hurt me.
Guys, let us know what's going to happen with Neymar. Where is he going to go? Comment down below, and also just let me know what you're feeling about Neymar's career overall, his PSG time, and just his overall career. Bit of a sad note for me because this is one of my favorite players. But
I've really dragged this down, haven't I? This video.
Jack was meant to be a excited video. Where's he gonna go next? Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.